Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Entertainment Brick Show. Today, I want to go into more depth regarding the LEGO Mandalorian Season 3 sets for this year. Recently, we've gotten a ton of leaks, ton of information on some of the newer Star Wars sets that are going to be releasing this summer and fall, and there have been so far, hasn't been any other Mandalorian sets that are announced or are going to be coming out this year, except for the three that we have here. Obviously, I'm showing one on the screen now, but I have the other ones here. I'm on Brick Set right now, taking a look at them all. Actually, I guess there's technically four because of the Microfighter, but I don't get Microfighters, so I don't count that. So, we're just going to be focusing on these three sets here, which include the Pirate Snub Fighter, the Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus TIE Interceptor. I know there's no image there, but we have seen images of what this looks like, and it looks, we'll talk about it. And then there's also the Spider Tank here as well. So, I want to talk about these sets. These sets are interesting to me, and I don't know if I like them. Now, for a little context, I have gotten, I believe, every the Mandalorian TV show set so far. The only things I haven't gotten are like Brickheads. I haven't gotten, I think that's really just the Brickheads from what I remember. I've gotten, the AT-ST Raider thing with Cara Dune and such. I've gotten the Razor Crest, the 100th. Oh, and I haven't gotten the D2C Razor Crest. I haven't gotten the giant Razor Crest because that was a lot of money, so I didn't get that one. But I've gotten, like the M1 Starfighter. I've gotten the Book of Boba Fett sets, right? Besides and Microfighters. I also haven't gotten Microfighters. There's a couple of things I haven't got. I've mostly just got like the mainstream building system sets, which include like the Moff Gideon's cruiser. I've gotten the Forge, right? The Mando Forge. The Trouble on Tatooine set, like those sets. Those very good, very, very amazing sets, very good sets. And now we come to Season 3's sets. And to be honest with you, I am not a fan. So let's just start with talking about the Pirate Snub Fighter. Let's start with this one. We'll kind of get the picture up here. Is this going to work? Yeah, okay. I think this works here. Okay, we'll go with this. Pirate Snub Fighter. First off, it's very gray. As you can see in the picture, it's a very gray ship. I wouldn't even say it was very gray in the actual episode of the show. I think it was more brown from what I remember. I could be completely wrong with that statement, but regardless, it's a very gray ship. A lot of gray pieces here, a lot of gray and dark gray. Comes with two exclusive minifigures, as you can see here. One of which is Vane, which is one of the pirates from the episode from the season, and then some other random pirate pilot. There we go. Who is just used to draw the ship, right? Or steer the ship, not draw the ship. I don't know why I said draw. Anyways, this build, not a fan. I actually do not like this build at all. This set is $35, by the way. So this is kind of a fairly large price, I would say, for what you're actually getting here. I'm really not a fan of this build, like I was saying. Obviously, there's like some stud shooters on the bottom there, whatever that is. Whatever you want to call them, the disc, whatever. I mean, it's an interesting build. It's definitely obviously based off the Pirate Snub Fighter from the episode from the show, but I just don't think this was a very interesting ship. I mean, it was used a couple of times in a couple of episodes for pirate villain characters, so I understand why they maybe decided to make this set, but I feel like this set would have been better if it was actually the main ship, the actual Corsair ship, which I'm also going to talk about a little later in this video. But yeah, that is the Pirate Snub Fighter. I gotta be honest with you again, it's just not the kind of set I really want, unless they make an actual Gorian Shards Corsair, then we'll talk differently. But again, I want to talk about that a little later in this video anyways. So that's the Pirate Snub Fighter. Next is this Mandalorian Fang Fighter. Again, we don't really have a picture of it, unfortunately. At least it's not updated on Brick Set, but we have seen what this set looks like. It's also gray. There's a lot of gray in that one as well, with the TIE Interceptor and the Fang Fighter being fairly gray. It includes four figs, one exclusive. Comes with Mandalorian, who's just a regular character, a TIE Fighter pilot who doesn't seem to be exclusive, and then also an astromech droid who could be exclusive, but I don't think so. And regardless, I don't know, I wouldn't really count it. The main idea, one exclusive figure, and that actually ends up being Axe Woves, I believe, who is the Mandalorian fleet leader, whatever they want to call him. I believe it's Axe Woves. It comes with this Darksaber piece, this new Darksaber piece, which is also included in the Spider Tank, so I'll talk about that more when we have a picture of it. And the builds are pretty solid. I actually like the Fang Fighter build. I think it looks very nice. It's definitely different from the Clone Wars one that we got, I think, a couple of years ago with Bo-Katan. So yeah, the build is pretty nice. The TIE Interceptor also looks very nice. I love the TIE Interceptor design, so This is probably the best of the three for sure. It's $100, so 4 figs for $100 isn't that great. But again, the builds make up for it. Builds are pretty solid. The only real complaint I have is I feel like there could have been some more minifigures in here. I feel like they're kind of skipping out on the minifigures here. You could have included another Mandalorian. You could have included, or like one of the, just random Mandalorian guards. You maybe could have included Grogu or Bo-Katan in this set. I mean, Bo-Katan's we haven't watched Mandalorian yet, or depending on when this video comes out, but if you haven't watched Mandalorian, Bo-Katan's a prime character in Season 3, so I don't know why they wouldn't want to include her in more sets. But anyways, that is the Fang Fighter, and then we have the Spider Tank here, which we actually have a picture of, so here it is now. Yeah, I think a lot of people actually like this set, which is great. Personally, for me, though, I'm really not a fan of this one. $50 first off, and it comes with 3 figs, 1 exclusive. Obviously, there's the Mandalorian over here on the right. He does have that awesome Darksaber piece, which looks very nice. That's probably one of the main reasons why I'd be interested in getting this set. But if I just want to get the Fang versus Tai set, I might as well just get that one, right? Because that also comes with the Darksaber piece. Then we also have the Grogu, little character, whatever. And then also Bo-Katan, who Bo-Katan looks amazing. Very great figure on the left there. The only reason I'd actually want to get this set is to get Bo-Katan. But, I'm really heavily considering not, so we'll see what happens there. But anyways, 3 figs, 1 exclusive, Bo-Katan being the exclusive. Darksaber piece. In this build, people say they like it a lot, and that's great and all. It's very gray, as all these sets have been. Very gray sets here. I just don't like this build. I don't know what. There's something about it. I just really don't like it. I feel like the whole. I just feel like it looks really repetitive. Looks kind of boring as a build. I just have no interest. I really don't like this build at all. And again, for $50, it's a high price. That's a very high price. And then it's also missing the actual droid character from the episode who controlled this thing. It was this parasite spider looking droid thing. Or not spider, but has spines and stuff on its back or whatever. And they don't even include that minifigure in here to actually drive the tank itself. So I don't know about this set. This set just kind of feels like it's missing a lot. And you could have included a side build where the spit roast that Mando was being held in. You could have included that. Could have included the thing that was sucking out Mando's blood. I don't know. There's a lot of missed opportunity with this set, I feel like, but I don't know. A lot of people like it. So, anyways, those are our 3 Mandalorian Season 3 sets that are releasing this year. And again, I'm not really feeling them. I'm just not. I mean, listen. First off, I feel like LEGO could be making more Mandalorian Season 3 sets. I feel like these 3 are not a great representation of the season. I feel like there's so much more that they could do with this season. I mean, again, there's a lot of reoccurring settings and stuff like that, but I just feel like there's more that they could have done with some of these sets here. And again, depending on when this video comes out, I don't know when it will. But when I do my Mandalorian Season 3 review, I kind of talk about some set ideas I had based off the season, and I feel like they could have used some of those ideas to make sets off of, and I feel like they're a little bit more interesting than what we have here. I just, again, what am I gonna do with this? Sure, you can have it fly around and go against the Razor or the N1 Starfighter, but I don't know. I just feel like it's missing something, and that thing is Gorian Shard's Corsair, which is this giant ship. Make that a $160 set. First off, Gorian Shard, amazing pirate villain character. I love him. He's so crazy. And I feel like for you make his giant Corsair ship. His Corsair ship was amazing. It was such a cool ship that has little ball turrets on the side that pirates jump in and use to fight off Mando in the episode. There's the open runway for the pirate snubfighters to fly out on. There's the awesome bridge built. There's so many cool things you could have done with Gorian Shard's Corsair, and they haven't made Gorian Shard's Corsair. So maybe they're waiting on it, and I feel like it could be a set in 2024. You know what I mean? But I feel like if you make that $130, $160, have Mando in it, have Bo-Katan in it, have Gorian Shard himself, have a bunch of his unique pirate characters. Don't just use two pirates of the same species here like they do in this set, because Gorian Shard's pirate crew didn't just have this species of character. They have the Bulldog guys. They had this Warthog guy who was driving the ship with Gorian Shard. There was an Ugnaught that was a part of his crew. There's so many different alien species, and they decided to go with 2 of the most bland looking alien species in this lineup, and I just don't understand why. So Gorian Shard's Corsair. Let's get that set made. I love Gorian Shard. I think he was a great character, so I'm kind of, probably advocating for this more than most, but I just feel like with this set, I feel like you should have released his Corsair alongside this. I just feel like you're missing it. There's no purpose in having the Snub Fighter if you don't have the Corsair to go alongside with it. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on the matter. But anyways, I just think there's a lot more possibilities of sets that I think could have maybe been better. Like, again, this Mando Fang Fighter and TIE Interceptor, we haven't seen, at the time of this recording, we haven't seen the scene that this set is based off of, but I already love the builds, so I'm already sold. I mean, lack of figures, sure, that is kind of an issue, but I feel like, they're not awful. They're not terrible figures. They're just a lack of figures. And then this Spider Tank, why? Like, why did we decide to go with this? I don't know. I have some problems with these Mando sets. So currently, my current standing is I don't think I'm gonna get the Snub Fighter. I just don't see the value in it, and I don't think a lot of people will get the Snub Fighter just because there's nothing like there's no Mando included. You know what I mean? It's just kind of 2 pirates and a ship. I'm good. I can skip on that. This one I'll get for sure. I do like this one. Again, I like the builds of this one. The figures are good. Again, I just wish there was more figures. And then this Spider Tank, currently it's a no. Just because there's a lot other Star Wars sets that are releasing this year that I'd prefer to get over this one. And even though that Bo-Katan minifigure looks spectacular, there's even a really cool hairpiece for her, I just can't bring myself to fork up $50 for a set for just this one figure. And I already have a Bo-Katan, which, is the worst version of Bo-Katan compared to this one, but regardless, I still have a Bo-Katan, so I don't really need this one. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wanted to talk about this today just because I've been watching The Mandalorian, obviously, weekly, and every time I see an episode, I'm like, oh, they could have made that a set. Oh my god, they could have made that sequence a set. Oh, they could have had, these figures in here. This would have been really cool, like really cool characters to include, like spoiler alert for episode 6 of Mando, Jack Black's character, Lizzo's character, Christopher Lloyd's character, as goofy as those characters were. I want to get them. They need to be made into Lego. Like, there's such weird cameo characters to include, but they're amazing. They're great. It was a weird episode, but the cameos were good. The cameos were nice. The cameos were very silly. So, anyways, just want to talk about that because I don't know. I just want to give my updates, give my deeper thoughts onto these Mandalorian season 3 sets and why I'm not really feeling them this year. So, yeah, there you have it. So, if you enjoyed that video, do the common YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.